understand Islam and the Muslim world more, buy my book, The Curse of God, Why I Left Islam. Available in all your favorite online bookstores. All right, folks, this is Harris Sultan, the ex-Muslim atheist, and welcome to another episode of Sultan's House of Sin. Okay, please, any Muslim coming in? Okay, we have Musa Sarbanri.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, so you read my comments, right?
I haven't read your comments yet, no.
Okay, so my question is, so in Pakistan, like these ethnic separatists, like the Balochi and Sindhis.
Oh, right. Yeah, I did read that, yes. So you want to talk about ethnic separatist movements inside of Pakistan, like Balochistan, Sindhu Des, Jinapur, Karachi, and Pakhtunkhwa.
Yeah. You got any opinions on that?
Look, I mean, there is a Baloch movement, but we don't know how popular that is because the election voting turnover is quite decent. Karachi doesn't, I'm not aware of any such issues. Sindhi movement is very small. Pakhtun movement, however, in recent years has become a bit more problematic for Pakistan. So I would say only Baloch and Pakhtun movements are the ones that could be classified as problematic, but they're not as problematic as people make it out to be. So I don't want Pakistan to disintegrate. I think this should be resolved in a normal way, but I do get the point that when Pakistan virtue signals other countries like India, for instance, on the matter of Kashmir, Pakistan has no leg to stand on. Pakistan needs to solve its own problems first before poking nose in other countries' affairs. And I think the Indian issue of Kashmir is very complex. It's not. I don't buy the Pakistani narrative. I don't fully buy the Indian narrative either, but I do understand. I think my opinion has recently tilted in favor of Indian narrative more than it has in Pakistan's on Pakistan's narrative. So I don't know if you want to shed some light on that. You can.
Yeah. So like I just want to say like because these ethnic separatists, I think like they tend to be kind of like also they criticize Islam to some extent because like they have different arguments, right? So for example, they'll say something like my Baloch identity comes before my Muslim identity. Like I mean, there's a trend. I'm not saying all of them are secular, but the trend is many of them are secular, and then a few of them become mulhids themselves. Like they become ex-Muslims for their ethnic identity, the Baloch and the Pakhtuns. Like I know this has happened. If you're aware of that, for example,
no, I'm not.
I mean, like, what's up?
Yeah, go on.
No,
I thought you asked me a question.
No, like for example, like I mean, there's a trend. I mean, of course, they might be Muslim, but like, what I'm saying is like, secularism is more, and it like being an apostate in these groups. I think is more. I've researched a little bit into these people, and so typically they are more secular-ish. Because they say Pakistan was made in the name of Islam, but then they say Pakistan has no identity because we are our own cultures and we don't have anything to do with each other. Things like that. Like, I mean, for example, like.
Yeah, we're aware of those issues, yes, but again, it's still a matter of how popular those movements are. As I said, this Pashtun Tahaffuz movement. I've heard that is full of secularists, and they've held political rallies, where 1 million plus people have turned up. So it's just and mainstream Pakistani media does not cover it because they're under strict guidelines from Pakistan security organizations that they shouldn't talk about it. So I think only time will tell. Somebody did approach me from PTM. Saying that someone really higher up did approach me and said that they agree with my views, etc. And I didn't understand it much at that point. I said, "Well, I'm not really in favor of these political debates and all that. I just focus on religion, and I believe in taking entire Pakistan forward together." So I don't know. I don't know which way will it go. I mean, all these separatist movements. I believe there's similar separatist movements in India as well. I think some people say there's 25 separatist movements. So in third world countries, these problems will always remain there when there as long as there's economic depravity there, as long as there is social injustices there. So I don't know. I don't have anything more to say on that.
No, okay, it's like so. I'm thinking now. What about like extremist groups in Pakistan? You know, like Baloch terrorists. Like I know that they're not Muslim, but they're like secular extremists.
Are they really though? Because we don't really know if they are secularist either. Because there's a lot of sectarian terrorism in Balochistan as well.
Okay.
There's sectarian terrorism against Hazaras. There's sectarian terrorism against Shiites in Balochistan. So we don't really know if they are not religiously motivated either. So yes, there's a strong nationalist sentiment in those Baloch rebels, but it's hard to say that they're rebels. PTM, Pashtuns ones, to my surprise, when I found out that they were almost atheists. I mean, the movement was very secular. I was shocked because that is a very conservative part of Pakistan. People think that Pashtuns are very religious, Taliban's and even Peshawar and those kind of mainstream Pakistani cities. But PTM is a very secular movement. It's a very popular one too. So I guess time will tell which way it goes. Anyway, thank you for coming.
No, also like the Durand line that like this PTM people, they say like that part of Pakistan should go to Afghanistan and that the British Empire
well, good luck with that. Well, good luck with that. If they go to Afghanistan, they will be skinned alive. Because Afghanistan will be.
No, but what I'm saying is like in a history, right? Like Afghanistan.
Yeah, we know that.
They say Pakistan made the Taliban and they made extremists by themselves.
Yeah, no, Taliban came out as a product of the Soviet-Afghan war. Taliban were the product, so Pakistan chose to stick with them rather than choosing to stay with Northern Alliance. That's how it just turned out to be. So Pakistan ended up supporting Taliban over the other ones because Taliban were friendly to Pakistan. The Durand line, as far as that's concerned, yes, I mean it's been there. I mean this was a product of British Empire. Britain left a mess everywhere. Kashmir, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, India and China is Britain's mess. Palestine, it's Britain's mess. So what do we do? I mean, those lines are all temporary lines. There's the line of actual controls, the line of controls. You can't really do much about it, can you? Anyway, thank you for coming.
Okay, yeah.
To help me produce more videos like these, support me on Patreon or PayPal.